In the heart of modern-day Pakistan lies the ghost of a civilization so advanced, so mysteriously organized, that some believe it could rival ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. But one haunting question still remains. How did such a remarkable city vanish almost without a trace? Welcome to Mohenjo-Daro, the Indus Valley's vanished metropolis. Stick around, because by the end of this video you'll discover how a city that once flourished with complex systems, urban planning, and peaceful life suddenly disappeared, leaving behind unanswered questions and some truly eerie clues. Let's rewind the clock, not just centuries, but nearly 5,000 years, to a time when most of the world was still figuring out agriculture. In the fertile plains of the Indus River, a civilization was rising quietly, without the pyramids of Egypt or the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, yet with cities that were shockingly modern. And at the center of it all was Mohenjo-Daro, which means Mound of the Dead in Sindhi. Discovered in the 1920s by archaeologist R.D. Banerjee, the ruins stunned the world. Why? Because what they found there didn't match anything they expected from a Bronze Age society. This city had wide streets and perfect grids, advanced drainage systems, public baths, even multi-story homes made of kiln-baked bricks. It was a level of city planning the world wouldn't see again for thousands of years. But here's where the mystery begins. Imagine walking through Mohenjo-Daro in its prime. Streets bustling with traders and artisans, large granaries storing food for the masses, wells in almost every home, a central great bath that may have been used for ritual cleansing, all without any grand palaces, no towering statues of kings, and curiously, no weapons of war. This wasn't a civilization built on conquest. There were no signs of warfare, mass graves, or military rule. It seemed like a peaceful, democratic society, and almost like a utopia in the ancient world. But here's what's most baffling. There was no known ruler, no temples dedicated to gods, and no definitive writing system we can understand. Because yes, they had writing, mysterious symbols carved into seals and tablets, but we still haven't cracked their code. And without understanding their script, we don't even know what they called themselves. We call them the Indus Valley Civilization. But their real name? Lost to time. So how did such a well-organized, peaceful, and technologically ahead society vanish? Let's look at the theories, and some are downright chilling. Archaeologists agree on one thing. Mohenjo-Daro didn't fall slowly. Its end was abrupt. Many of its streets were deserted in a hurry. Some skeletons were found lying face down, as if people were fleeing something. But what? Let's explore the main theories. First was natural disaster. Some believe the Indus River, once the city's lifeblood, changed course. A massive flood could have swept through the city, making it uninhabitable. Supporters of this theory point to layers of silt found over the ruins, but it doesn't explain everything. Because if flooding was the cause, why wasn't the city rebuilt? Other ancient cultures rebuilt after disasters. Why not Mohenjo-Daro? Secondly, climate change and drought. Others suggest that a shift in monsoon patterns led to a long drought, drying up the fertile lands. With no water and failing crops, the people may have simply moved away. But again, why so suddenly? And why leave behind valuable belongings and half-finished work? Third was invasion, the Aryan hypothesis. This one's controversial. Early scholars proposed that invaders from the northwest, called Aryans, swept through and destroyed the city. Skeletons found sprawled across the streets were cited as evidence. But modern research has poked holes in this theory. There's no clear evidence of large-scale violence, no burned layers, no smashed walls. So if not war, what happened? Here comes one of the strangest theories. You heard that right. Some fringe theorists believe Mohenjo-Daro may have been the site of an ancient nuclear blast. The reasons? Some skeletons were found with unusually high radiation levels. Certain stones in the area appear to have been fused by extreme heat. The suddenness of the destruction. Sounds like science fiction, right? Even though this theory has no credible scientific support, it continues to fascinate people because something about Mohenjo-Daro's fall just doesn't add up. How could such a sophisticated city simply vanish without a clear trace of who, what, or why? And remember, we still can't read their language, so the answer could be right there in symbols etched into a tiny seal, waiting to be unlocked. Here's what's truly fascinating. We've only excavated a small portion of Mohenjo-Daro. More than 90% remains buried, and due to poor preservation, rising groundwater, and erosion, what's left is slowly crumbling. Archaeologists are in a race against time to preserve what they can and learn more before it's lost forever. Could the answers to the city's disappearance lie beneath the unexcavated earth? Could the mystery symbols carved into stone finally reveal their secrets? Or are we staring at a story we'll never fully understand, and like a whisper from a world long gone? Mohenjo-Daro reminds us of something humbling, that human brilliance isn't bound by time. Thousands of years ago, people just like us built homes, shared water, traded goods, and lived in harmony, without kings, without armies, and without monuments of ego. They flourished. And then they were gone. But maybe they're not gone at all. Maybe the roads we walk today were first paved in their minds. Maybe the questions we're still asking are the ones they already answered. And maybe, just maybe, the dust covering their city is also hiding the greatest story we've yet to hear. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring the mystery of Mohenjo-Daro, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories where history meets the unknown. And now, I want to hear from you. What do you think caused the fall of this great civilization? Natural disaster? Invasion? Something stranger? Drop your theories in the comments. And let's keep the mystery alive.